Hi, it's Ian here. Welcome to another 5-minute marketing tip. In last week's tip, I showed you how to use a lead magnet to get more email subscribers. In this week's tip, we're going to look at how to use your website, your main site or blog to get more of those subscribers. So I'll see you after this break. Hi, welcome back. So there are two ways you can get people to sign up using your lead magnet or a subscription form. One is to have dedicated landing pages. So that's where you direct traffic from paid advertising or links from guest blog posts, etc., to a specific page with the sole purpose of getting people to sign up for your emails and your lead magnet, and we'll cover that next week. The other side is on your website, where people are already coming, they're going visiting blog posts, they're coming to look at your website generally, and it's to get them to sign up there, and that's what we're going to focus on this week. Now, the main mistake people make on their main website or blog when it comes to getting people to sign up for emails is they're just not overt enough about it. They just don't make it obvious enough and easy enough for people to sign up. What I mean by that is, by and large, when people are coming to your main website or your blog, they're not coming with the intention of signing up to get your emails. That may be what you want them to do, but that's not why they're coming. They've maybe searched on Google for something, they've seen a link to a blog post on social media, they've maybe seen you present, or they've met you face to face, and they're just checking out your website. So that's why they're coming. So since they're not coming to sign up for emails, they're not on the lookout for a subscription form. So if you just have one subscription form in the sidebar of your blog, chances are they probably won't notice it. You have to be much more overt than that. You need to give them every opportunity to spot your sign up forms and to sign up and to get them down that path of getting regular emails from you so you can build credibility and trust over time. So 5 ways you can do that. 5 of the ways I think work the best. The first is to have a sign-up form, a big sign-up form on your homepage. You'll notice on my homepage, and by the way, if you are already a subscriber, you probably won't see a lot of these forms on my site, because once you've subscribed, they kind of disappear, and that's part of the Thrive Leads technology I use. But if you're not a subscriber, I use a different browser, then you will see this. But on my homepage, I have a big form or a big splash across the top with a picture of me when I was speaking at an event last year, and there's a big sign-up box there. So that's normally known as a feature box. There are plenty of WordPress themes, for example, that include a feature box where you can put a big, obvious sign-up box, because if people come to your homepage, they're kind of curious about you, or if they've gone to a blog post first and then they've clicked to go to your homepage to see what else you've got, that's a great time to offer them your lead magnet and to get them to sign up for emails from you. So if it's built into your theme, that's great. If it's not, there's a plugin called the Plugin Matters Feature Box plugin that you can get that will create a feature box at the top of your homepage for you. Now, another similar method is to use a welcome mat or a scroll mat. So that's where the very first time someone visits your site, either to the homepage or blog posts or wherever, they see what they came for. So they see the blog post or they see the homepage, but then that scrolls down and they get presented with a big full screen opt-in form. Now, that technology was created by SomoMe. They called it a welcome mat. You can now get it in Thrive Leads in terms of a scroll mat. Works really well. For some reason, seeing the thing you came for first and then having it scroll down, so you can just scroll back down to get it, doesn't seem to annoy people as much as a pop-up does. So that might change in future, who knows, but right now people tend not to find that particularly annoying, and it works really well to capture email addresses. So have a look at using a welcome mat or a scroll mat. You can use SomoMe or Thrive Leads to do that. Now, pop-ups as well work. They work in very similar ways. People come to your website, the pop-up appears, captures people's attention. They have to either fill in their details or close it to see what they came for. Now, there with a pop-up, you are trading the benefit of capturing email addresses with the risk of annoying people. So at minimum, what you should do is make sure if you are going to use a pop-up, it doesn't show for people who are existing subscribers, or if people have clicked to close it, it shouldn't show again for, let's say, another 30 days. So you're not kind of annoying people that way. One of the reasons I use Thrive Leads is it has this great feature that not only does it not show things like pop-ups for people who subscribe through the pop-up or through Thrive Leads, it also has technology where you can mark all your existing subscribers not to see those pop-ups. Now, if you're going to use a pop-up, what I prefer, rather than interrupting people when they first arrive at your site, is to use an exit intent pop-up. So the pop-up doesn't appear when they first arrive, it appears when they move their mouse towards the back button or some navigation bar. It'll pop up there, and it doesn't stop them doing what they want to do. They can still navigate away, but it does catch their attention, and it often directs them towards, oh yeah, that looks interesting, I'll do that. Again, it's catching their attention when they hadn't noticed the sign up box before, and so they then with their attention, they're then motivated to go off and get your lead magnet. So I prefer to use those exit intent pop-ups because they're not quite as annoying as a normal pop-up that stops you when you're first trying to get hold of something. Now, the fourth method I would recommend is the use of a content upgrade. Now, a content upgrade is where you produce an add-on to an existing blog post. So you may have noticed last week when I did my video on lead magnets that underneath the video was a special sign-up box where you could get my checklist for the perfect lead magnet and a workbook to help you create it. That's known as a content upgrade because it upgrades the content in the blog post and you have to sign up to get it. Now, typically you get a very high sign-up rate for content upgrades because obviously it's highly relevant to the thing people have just been reading. Last week I got something, I think it was a 20% sign-up rate for people who came to that particular video and then signed up to get the checklist and the workbook. Now, obviously, some of those were existing subscribers who just got it because they didn't have it before. But so on average, I usually find you get about a 10% opt-in rate from a content upgrade. But that's obviously much, much higher than the normal 1 to 2% you tend to get on most blog posts. It is extra work though. You have to produce the thing itself that people get from a content upgrade. In my case, I just reused something I'd already created for Momentum Club that sat behind some video training I'd done. In other cases, you can take the blog post, put it in a PDF, add a couple of extra points in there. But there's still extra work to create the opt-in forms, the follow-up emails and all that kind of stuff. So what I would do was I would look at your Google Analytics data to see which of your blog posts get a lot of traffic, and especially if they don't have a really high opt-in rate on that particular blog post, then use a content upgrade there. And no point in going to all the effort of creating a content upgrade for a blog post that doesn't really get much traffic in the first place. Finally, the fifth thing I'd recommend is putting opt-in forms wherever people are showing more interest. What I mean by that is I have an opt-in form at the end of all my blog posts. So if people are interested enough to read right to the bottom of a blog post, and some of my blog posts are quite long, they're showing interest. So why not just offer them the natural continuation, would you like to get more great content like this? Then sign up for my emails. If someone goes to my About Me page to find out more about me, then I think, well, they're showing enough interest. Why not offer them to get the very best of my material via email by putting an opt-in form there. I have a couple of collections of some of my best blog posts on the marketing mindset, on online marketing, etc. And on the menus for those where it lists all the blog posts you can go and read, I have an opt-in form where they can get some of my best material. So in each of those cases, people have indicated an extra special interest in what I have to offer. So I put the opt-in form there because I've already got their attention. They're beginning to look for things. They're not just casually browsing and looking at other stuff. They're actively looking around for interesting material. So that's where I put the opt-in forms. So those are the big 5 I would use. Big box on the homepage, a welcome mat or a scroll mat, an exit intent pop-up, content upgrades if you can on the high traffic blog posts, and extra opt-in forms wherever people have shown interest in what you have. The one place I wouldn't put them is on my contact forms, where I've got a buy button for someone to buy something, on my services pages, because the most important thing you want them to do there is to contact you or buy whatever it is you have to offer. So don't put them there when they've shown interest, but put them everywhere else, like your About Me page or collections of blog posts, stuff like that. That's it for this week. See you next week when we look at landing pages.